Welcome back, guys, on a bright sunny day here on the Isle of Skye. Now, this is where we were at the end of the last episode, and I just want to refresh your memories before I show you where we are now. Okay, so first thing, we built the inner gatehouse, and when I looked at this after I'd finished it, I wasn't happy with it. This just looks wrong. I don't know why, it just looks wrong. It looks like a knob, let's be honest. It's not right. Just one tower on its own in between this, it just doesn't work. And also, I was trying to avoid, like when I was laying this out, I was trying to avoid these being out of alignment with these towers. And I just couldn't come up with an arrangement the way the towers were and the way these were. And so yeah. Did I go back to scratch and do it all again? Yes, I did. Like the whole thing, like back to the bridge back here. Redid the whole thing. So you'll see that in a second. But I want to show you, I want you to look at the terrain. First of all, the terrain on this side. So we've just got this slope here, and then this is all just rugged. And you can see how far that extends. And then on this side particularly, I want you to look at this piece of coast here, which is just literally a straight line. And then over here, we've just got a slope up there from this square. And then over here, this is all just a flat slope going up here. Okay, so that's that. Remember that. We'll look at that in a second. So, this is what we did have. Right, now let's take a look at what it looks like now. So, what do you think? Improvement? Because I think it's a huge improvement. The two towers just balance this out so much better. And of course now, look, this is now perfectly positioned in between these two towers. If we go over here and have a look, you can see it's absolutely bang on in between these two towers. And we'll go and have it. The back is even better. I'll show you that in a second. But I'm just getting them to chop the trees down. So we've added in the extra tower, spaced this out, and the fact that the gates are now slightly more offset, I think is even better. And the view, I think, is even better. I just love it. I've spent like a fair amount of time looking at this, as you can imagine. Just to give you an idea, since the last episode up to now, there's about 25 hours of work gone into it, something like that. I think actually maybe a little bit more, because I rebuilt this completely from scratch, like when the bridge was back here, like rebuilt everything, and then I've been working on the terrain. Now this outer wall is going to be different on the two sides, because on this side, and I'm trying not to show you something, so on this side they're taking advantage of this natural rock formation over here, which runs all down here and all down there. So there's just going to be a wall that comes out from the tower and then runs across here and then down here and then out this way, right? And I've been working on this rocky outcroppings. What do you think? It's coming along. It's not finished. It's not finished, but it's certainly getting there. Now I need to tell you about this, because this is important in the history of the village. This is Coldheart Point, and the story goes that two lovers met on this rocky promontory one night, And the girl told the guy that her father had found out about them, and he was gonna forbid her to ever see him again. And so she offered to give herself to him, body and soul, for the rest of their lives, if he would run away with her that night. And the guy took her hands in his, looked deep into her eyes, and said, "Are you mad, woman? There's a bloomin' jousting competition on that I want to watch this Saturday. Are you mad?" And he walked away, and she was obviously like completely heartbroken by his cold heart, and so she threw herself off the cliff. But the thing is that this is only about like 12, 15 feet high, and there's water down below, and she ended up just spraining her ankle, and she limped back into the village. And then everybody, oh, there's a tornado. Look, oh, there's a tornado going right over the bridge. Holy! Oh, perfect. Okay, best tornado action ever. Tornado going straight through the outer Barbican. Oh, what perfect timing. I've got to tell you the end of the story. So anyway, she limped back into the village, by which time everybody had heard what happened, and they basically said she was a complete moron. And yeah, so it's not so much a love story; it's kind of more a tragedy with a bit of farce thrown in. She never lived it down, and she died sad and miserable. So there you go. And there is actually a ballad that is sung fairly infrequently, because to be absolutely honest, it's fairly long and it's fairly boring. Which it basically goes on for like about 75 verses, comparing the merits of sports and general men's interests with ladies' soft underparts. Kids, ask your parents. Right, moving on, shall we? I think we probably should. We want some daylight to see, so you know what? I'm gonna jump out of here and I'm just gonna speed things up a little bit. Now, there's not going to be like a huge amount of building in this episode, and I'm going to explain why. Let's slow this down again. We'll keep it running. This freaking wall here, just these 5 sections of wall. Do you want to know how long it took me to put those 5 sections of wall in? 5 hours. I'm not kidding. 5 hours to put those 5 sections of wall in. This over here, right? I did this section in like, I don't know, like 5 minutes. I mean, I did all the terrain. I've still got stuff that I'm trying to hide from you, which I'll show you in a minute. But I did all of this in, I don't know, it was a couple of hours maybe. 5 freaking hours to put 5 pieces of wall in. Why? Why? Skye, I hear you cry. Probably not. You're probably like, don't care. But let me show you why. God, this was one of the most frustrating things of all time. Right, when I flatten the terrain here, you see we've got this straight line. Now, the game behaves kind of weirdly. If you do a 45-degree angle going that way, it gives you a straight line. If you do a 45-degree angle going this way, it doesn't give you a straight line. Nope, you see, you get the jagged edge. Right? Now, you see how close this wall is to the edge? It's like right on the edge. There's like half a tile just sticking out. Right? It's right on the edge. Huh. Over here, I thought this is going to be awesome when I got the edge. I thought, oh, that's going to be absolutely awesome. We'll be able to put it right up to the edge. Huh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Roughly, I don't know. Okay. So, as soon as you get like anywhere near the edge, right, that happens. It drops down. See? Like we're not even close to the edge. Boom. So I faffed around with that for like quite a while, trying different things and trying to figure out if I could do it somehow differently. No, there's no freaking getting around it. There really isn't. There's just no solution. So in the end, I thought, oh, what the hell? Okay. Somehow, when I did this one, getting this 45-degree angle was like easy, right? Just did a bit of rotation and took probably a few times. I don't know. It might have been even 10 times, but got the 45-degree angle. Over here, man. How many times have I spun this around? It's got to be over 100 times trying to get this damn thing to be at a proper 45-degree angle, and it was off by a pixel either one way or the other. Hours. Well, maybe an hour faffing around with that. In the end, I decided, you know what? I'll just take one that's like a pixel off, and started to put this wall in. Then I found that for some reason, with that particular angle, with the particular walls in that particular spot, that you see when you turn this around, you get kind of different patterns of the tiles, and sometimes you get bits sticking out and whatever that stop you from butting one piece up against another, and you have to adjust them and go back and try to get the spacing right so that it'll work. Now, I've had it happen. Like a lot of angles just go in; they just work. Like when I was doing this, right? Different angles. These work perfectly. Right, you can just pop them in next to each other, no problems. But certain angles just create problems, and for some reason, just like the 1 pixel off 45 degrees was an absolute nightmare. I'd get to like the third one, couldn't put it in, so then I've got to start again, right? And then get to the fourth one, and then that doesn't work, so then I've got to start again. Get to the fifth one, that doesn't work. It was seriously 5 hours just to put those damn things in. All right, let's forget about them. Now on this side, right? So on this side, we're going to have this. We'll take advantage of the rocks here, and we'll just have the wall on the top. But over here, we're not going to have that. Over here, we're going to have the wall at the bottom and the wall behind. Okay, so I want to mix it up and keep things different and whatever. Now over here, you'll see that I've extended the slope back a little bit, but that's kind of all I've done on this side, right? This is the side I've just like kind of started working on. What I want to show you is the other side. That's what I've been hiding. So let's go down here and have a little look. Let's go get rid of the UI. Have a little look at this. Isn't that awesome? I love that view. Absolutely love that view. And I promised you that I would make this look all nice and natural, and I think I've achieved that. Took quite a lot of time. But I love that. And as soon as I, well, not as soon as I did it, but I was kind of looking at the view from here, and I think that I'm going to put in. Where are we? I'm going to put in a fisherman. Just rotate it a little bit. So maybe somewhere, maybe a little bit further, like over there somewhere. Because I think that looks really nice with the dock and the rowboat. So yeah, we're going to have a fisherman in over there for sure. And if I go over here, you'll see. Whoops. I showed you this, how the terrain was before. And now you can see It's up and down. It's very natural looking. So, yeah. Quite a bit of time spent on getting this area all looking nice. Now, let's talk about this area down here. So, what I've been doing is flattening the area initially down to this height, which is that kind of just about water level height, and I've created this area going all the way down to here. And if we zoom out, you'll be able to, mind you, if it wasn't night time, let's just speed through so that you can actually see this. There we go. Right. So we've got this. So from Coldheart Point, we've got this section going down here. Now, how much further have we got to go? Well, we're going to be going to this point here. This is where the moat is going to join up with the coast. Right? And if you look at this, the reason I've picked this spot is, so here's where we've got the big hill, and you can kind of, yeah, you can see that terrain going up there, and then it kind of comes down here, and this is kind of the low point. So we're going to have the moat coming through here. So if I then go up so that you can see. So I've brought it through here, and I think what it's going to do is go straight a bit and then kind of curve around. Or it might even curve and then curve again. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't quite decided. It'll kind of depend. When I get down here and clear the trees and see exactly the lay of the land, then I'll be able to decide exactly which way we're going to go. Right. So, so I've been kind of flattening that out, and then I've been like just using the leveling tool, just kind of starting to flatten and blend the terrain in. And I've got a lot more work to do on this side to get it like completely nice, like this. Although this is going to be steeper. This is going to be a steeper bank over here. It's going to be kind of like it is now. I want this to be kind of, well, pretty much. I mean, to be honest, pretty much like it is. I want it to be almost like a riverbank on that side, and then on this side, it's going to be the steep, jagged rocks up to big ass wall. So that's the plan over there. Right. Next. Oh, right. We are going to do a little bit of dressing up, just a little bit. I would love to do more, guys, but I just, seriously, this killed me. Losing that 5 hours, it was a blooming nightmare. It was the last thing that I did before I started recording, and I wish I'd just blooming left it. Anyway, let's do something nice. So, when you come across the bridge here, do you remember I said in here that I was going to put like a table and a chair? I decided I wanted a well there because I thought it went well. See what I did there? So I thought, how about when you come across the bridge, entering into the city as a whole, how about we have a customs guy? I think that would be pretty appropriate. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a little customs guy down here. So I'm going to take a little bit of road, just dirt road. Now let's see. Yeah, we've got a little bit of space here. So let's put in. Yeah, I want to leave that little bit of grass at the back. If I put it there, that should work. Yeah, that should work kind of nicely. In fact, oh, I can do that, which is perfect. Awesome, that works really well. Okay, we're going to go to decorations, and we're going to go to tables and chairs. And now there's a bunch of tables that I could use. I could use like a plain table, or a slightly longer one, or a posher one. But I'm going to go for the one that's got some bits and pieces. He's got his measuring tools and weights and measures, and got a bit of parchment on there. So that's going to go in. Well, yeah, it's going to go in there. I want it on the kind of the worn bit. Let's put it there. I think. Boom, in it goes. So that goes there, and then now there's two different types of chairs. There's this one which is kind of a. Whoops. Try that again. There's this one which is kind of fairly plain. Nothing special about it. But this guy's going to be some kind of pompous moron, isn't he? Because he's going to think he's the big cheese. He's the man in charge. So we'll give him a fancy chair. So we'll flip that around, and where we put his chair? We'll put his chair right about there. Boom. There we go. So the pompous moron's chair and table. We'll come back and have a look at that when that gets done. Now we want more lighting down here, and I've been looking at what I can do, like clever lighting wise. And what we're going to do is flip this around, and we can actually bury these into the walls so that it actually looks. Look at that. You can't see the actual flagpole. Just got the lantern sticking out. So I thought, like, because he's going to be doing his job at night time as well if anybody's coming in late, so he's going to want plenty of light. So I thought we'd pop a lamppost in there, pop a lamppost in there, boom. Alrighty. So we'll let those get built. We've got some workers, some builders assigned. Where are we? Full? Yeah, we're okay. Now, we could also put them, for example. I've got the back. See, that's the kind of, I don't know. It's not bamboo, but you know what I mean. That's the kind of skinny pole. I want the nice squared off one. Try again. Come on, give me the nice one. There we go. So now that one doesn't bury into there particularly well, but actually there, I think we'd actually want it like that. I think it actually looks better like that. Now it's just a question of, you've got to be careful that you don't kind of put too much in. So I think we'll have some flags on the walls there and there, and let's see, is that too much? I don't think that's too much. I mean, we'd want a lot of lighting in this area, wouldn't we? Of course we would. Alright, so we'll pop that in there. See, it's changed to the pole one again. There we go. And this one is going to go on that side. Is that in the same place? It is in the same place, isn't it? Yeah. Right on the point there. Boom. Alrighty, cool. Oh, I haven't talked to you about the back of this. Oh, man. Save the best for last, Skye. Look at this. Did you think it was just going to be exactly the same at the back? No. Look at this. So, I didn't upgrade. I put 2 more towers behind these 2 towers. So there's actually 4 towers. God, this took a lot of stone. But I didn't upgrade them. And you get this little balcony effect, which I thought was kind of nice. And I didn't upgrade the end pieces on this side, so that we just get that little bit of crenellation, and we can I mean, it's a bit dark now, but you can actually see inside a little bit. And I thought it just created a little bit more interest. And then I was going to leave it like that, but I was thinking, you know, I wish that I hadn't put this in. I wish that I'd built it with you guys here, but I'd already started when I thought about it, because I wanted to show you what it looked like before I put this in. But to be honest, I mean, it's only the same as. In fact, it looks like that. It just looks like that, right? Which I thought was a bit kind of plain. Oh, look, he's got. Look at that. Doesn't that add? Oh, I thought she was going to sit down and do a job then. Doesn't that just add a bit of character to it? This is going to be nice when all the lighting's in. Right, flags. Flags. And yeah, I don't know who said it, but you're quite right. You know, I was looking for the flags that were like this, and the reason I couldn't find them was because I was putting them against the wall like that. Just need to rotate them, you freaking idiot. So now the only thing with this is that you can't pick and choose your colours, right? So now I want the red banners with the wolf, so we'll pop that in there. Boom. Oh, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. No, that's not right. Try that again, Skye, you idiot. So let's take that out. Or maybe it does go there. I don't know, but I don't think so. Let's do that again. So yeah. See, I'm getting the blue banner there. And I really want the red banners. Now, I can get a red banner there. Ooh, no. I can get a red banner there. Ooh. Oh, okay, so I could get red banner, red banner. Can I get... Oh. Red banner, red banner. Oh, I can do it. I could do it. Let's angle back so that we'll try and get as close as we can. So... we want to try and come in a little bit. Man, it's freaking hard to see with those red... Get out of the way, game. Right, so... let's put that in. Boom. Is that... well, I guess it's right. And that goes there. And then that one goes there. And this one goes... oh, come on. This one goes there. Oh, can't wait to see those get built. Oh, I'm really tempted to fast forward that, but we'll take it off pause at least. We've got 8 workers, so they've got on with that. Right, so that's that. Okay. This I've cleared all the resources out of this area. So I've had all the iron and stone and all the rest of it. And that is sitting in 4 stockpiles that I've put one either side of the entrance into the keep, which, as well as being very practical, I think looks really good. I think that's excellent. And over here, same again. Now these flags, this is where this flag comes from, right? It's not... oh, hang on a second. Is this... This has slipped down, I think. I think this has slipped down. It's not. Yeah, it's not at the same height as this one. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. But that's okay. I'll figure out what bit of terrain is upset, and I'll fix that. But yeah, so that's where that flag, all these flags come from, because they're on some of the buildings, and they've just the modders have just nicked that. Okay, so next. I wanted to show you that. Okay, let's talk about the town. Because this is what I'm going to be working on next, and this is going to take some figuring out. So I've cleared all this area, cleared all the stuff, but this is the terrain. The only part that I've changed is up to here, right? Beyond that, this is the original terrain. And as you can see, it's kind of a big flat area until you get up to suddenly the big hill. right? So what I want to do is I've got to figure out how I transition from this height here to this height here, which is going to be the height of the town. Now I might just bring this down a little bit and then have a bit of a slope, but I have kind of thought of doing a terrace thing and having like maybe 3 different heights to the town. I'm not sure yet. What I have decided on is that there's going to be 3 major elements to this. One is going to be the market square. You know what? Let me take a save at this point. Oh, we've got the banners. We've got the banners. Because I want to just draw some stuff in with roads to kind of show you, because I want your feedback on this. So let me just do a quick save. You can see that I save frequently because I've had some crashes. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing is this. There will be a market square. Let's get some roads, and I'll just mark this in with roads. So there's going to be a market square. Which is going to be kind of, say, up here. Okay, and then there's going to be a road that comes in, that comes like up here a little bit, right? And then I want it to go off in this direction, and then up here, and then comes into the market from that side. On this side, I want this to be angled, and it's not going to be a 45-degree angle. I think it's probably going to be like, I don't know, like 30 degrees or something. So something like this. You get the idea. So that's gonna come out here. Some kind of angle like this that I need to figure out. It needs to come out a ways, probably over here. Then it will go up here and then into the market. Alrighty. Now, it's kind of important that I do kind of measure this and lay this out, because I'm going to have the roads at least, well, not at least, the roads are going to be 6 wide. Right, because we're going to have this. I'm going to use the same thing that I've used here. So we're going to have 2 paving stones in the centre, then a gap, and then a dirt tile. So it's dirt tile, space, paving tile, space, dirt tile. Right. Now the reason that I want 6 wide roads, which like seems excessive, right? But if I show you, right? So let's measure. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 on that side. When we start putting in the big buildings that we're going to be putting in here, and I'm talking about the main streets. There might be some side streets which are smaller, but the main streets. When you start putting in buildings like the hostel, let me flip this around. Right. So you imagine having that there, right? And a building on the opposite side there, right? That's not that much of a gap, right? I mean, if you only left like, say, 2 gap or something, it would be ridiculous. They're virtually touching each other, right? So it's important to space these out. So we're probably going to have the road, and I'm probably going to leave another tile space. So they'll probably be, like when it's really big buildings like this in certain parts, probably be 8 apart. So that's that. The market itself, we're going to start using some cool buildings. We'll be using, for example, where is it? The trade fair. Now, what I like about this, see, in Banished, right, you've got one market, right, and you pop it down, and it always looks the same. But with this, like, depending on where you put it, it's different. There's loads of different varieties. So what we're going to have is quite an extensive market in the centre. And then in the centre of the market, so if you think we're going to have market on that side, or trade fair, and then in the centre, I want some kind of town square with some kind of decoration and whatever. Now, I'm guessing that the centerpiece is gonna be where is the fountain? Not there. Where's the damn fountain? Where is it? It's in here somewhere. I can't remember where the damn fountain is now. I thought it was up here, but no, not in there. No. Oh, hang on a second. There's all kinds of stuff we can decorate with. I didn't show you this the other time. So we've got like barrels, stacks of barrels. There's boxes, stacks of boxes. There's also these flower beds. So you can, which you can't see on there. You've also got these little flower bed edgings, and then you can put stuff in the middle of those. And there's all kinds of things you can have. Do long flower beds or squares or nice end pieces and whatever. We'll do some playing around with that. There's also these, which are little fenced versions. But they're tiny. It's like ankle height. Where the hell have the fountains gone? This is playing with me. Because I was looking at the fountains, like, just now. Where the hell? They're not in there. Not in there. Oh, there they are. There they are. They're under municipal buildings. Here's the fountains. So, this, I think, this is probably going to be the centre. Nice fountain. And we might do some kind of water feature with that one in the centre, and then maybe these little drinking fountains around the outside, and put some tables and chairs and stuff like that. I'm not sure. Unless I find some very, very cool building that I want to put in there for some reason. But there are two other features that we're going to have in. So yeah, the other thing is, I was talking about measuring this up and whatever. The spacing of the roads is one thing, but there's just the sheer size of these buildings needs to be planned out, because you take something like the inn, for example, right? Just like, that's a huge building, right? So for example, okay, so this, the way I've laid it out, right? That is pretty much the right spacing for that building. So you can see that you don't get like that many buildings and whatever. And especially when I start using angled roads, right? If I put in, say, like a hostel, right? And I decide to like rotate this to match it with the road, right? What kind of spacing do I need to have, like, between like this point and this point? And you can see it's going to be tight to fit like two buildings in there. So I wish the rotation was like different. I wish it was like shift R for small spaces or something. This hold down the R key and let go and guess where it is I got to say, it's starting to annoy me. But yeah, so building there, got to get those spacings right, because like I'm looking at that and thinking, yeah, there's not enough room. So maybe this needs to split earlier or whatever. And where am I going to have my side streets and blah, 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 and yeah. So, yeah, two other big features that will be in the town. A cathedral, because somebody said to me, you can't call it a city unless you've built a cathedral. Because that's what defines a city, it has a cathedral. Right, so I'm going to put a cathedral in. I'm going to make a cathedral somehow. And the other thing is, I've got an idea for a theatre, like Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Oh, it's quite cool. I was looking at some buildings, and with a bit of cleverness, I think I can do a theatre. It's going to be quite big, so I need to figure out where that's going to be. That's going to be a big thing. So maybe, yeah, actually, maybe over here would work. Now we have the market here. If we have the market here, maybe we have the cathedral. Now, it's just a case of fitting everything in, because we're running up against the hill there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the cathedral's on this side of the market or something. And then going up to the castle, what I'm probably going to do is have a road that comes off the top of the market, and then starts to zigzag up the hill, and we'll have like houses and whatever going up to, and then the big castle on the top. All right, guys, that's the plans. So if you've got ideas, if you've got, I don't know, any thoughts at all about like any of the things that I've talked about, you got opinions about this, if you've got opinions about the decorations, and that is freaking awesome. And I tell you one thing, we're going to have a look at this in first person. So, Frendel. Oh, you know what? There is a guy somewhere in here whose name I swear to God is Free Folk. It's FREIFOLK. Free Folk. Like, do you think that as he's walking around the village, like people, like everybody that he walks past is sniggering and going, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." Because I would. Oi, Wildling! You know nothing, Jon Snow. Right, so let's go and we've got to have a quick look around in first person. I wish the weather was better, but you know, you got to take the rough with the smooth. So let's go and have a little bit of a look. So that view is pretty much how I want it to be. Maybe get rid of that tree down there so that we can actually see the water from here. Would be nice. Now from this side, again, if it's clear, you'll be able to see the water, so that's cool. So then, let's speed things up a little bit. Now a little bit of a walk down here, and then we're into here, and we've got the well. And I showed you all this before, so I'm not going to hang around here. But what we are going to do is go up onto the bridge. Oh, yeah, mama. And there's a couple of things that I want to show you specifically. So we go across. I wanted to look at this first of all. Very cool with the red banners. I'm really pleased that I managed to get 4 red banners up there. Have you not finished putting those blooming lights in yet? God, they're slackers. They really are. But I love this table and chair. I think that goes really nicely there. Oh, the customs man isn't here. Let's slip in. Quick. Nip inside. So, oh, yeah. I want to have a look at the portcullis. And it's cool that it puts it at different heights. So here it's quite low. At the back it's quite high. And then over on this side. So they're all at different heights. So then we go through this gate. And you've got the barn over there. But if we go through the other side, so that's what I love about this, because you see different things when you go to different places. You go in this side. Oh look, we've got the stairs into that building. And you got the. I'm really glad that I left that open, because you got the kind of the interest of being able to see up into there. Wander over there, you can probably see it. Oh no. Limited what we can see. Now, you can go inside the keep, but we won't go into that one because it's sunken. So we'll go into this one, which is not collapsed. And look, they haven't put the door on, so we can go upstairs. Now, you can wander around. This is just a passage that goes all the way around behind the stairs. And when I came in here and I saw that the staircase was exposed, I was so excited for about 5 seconds, because there's a bloom. They put the door at the top. What's the point of doing that? And you can't get through here. I have tried. I've really tried hard to get through here. Oh, I just got through. Oh my, I whizzed through the door. Ha 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 ha. Awesome. I'm up on the next level. But I can't go anywhere. Oh no, it's dropped me back down again. But I did get up. I did get through that door for a second. Didn't I? No, it's dropping me straight back down again. Oh, I thought I'd done something clever then. Now, you can see through, and you can even see through the roof. But, unfortunately, you can't go up there. I wish they'd take these doors off so that we could fully explore these buildings. Kind of annoying, isn't it? Oh, well. And then, and I've put, like, some ramps just for access for our people so they can get around. These stockpiles. These little stockpiles are very cool, aren't they? The wood and the hay bales. We could. Do you want to have a quick whiz up to Coldheart Point? See where that stupid girl threw herself off the cliff? Because it's only, seriously, it's only about like 10 feet. Oh, there's a moose's backside. Oh, the things you see in this game. Here's a promontory. Can we get down there? I don't know whether we can actually. Might be. I don't think we can. I think this is. But she managed to get down there and jump off. But look, it's only like, what is that? Like 15 feet maximum. Oh, really? I think that's in the first person. Alrighty, so there you go. With the ballad of Coldheart Point ringing in our ears. Oh, and now we get to see a bit of nighttime action. Now, I still haven't decided how I'm going to dress the bridge up. Oh, they've got one of the lamps in. In fact, they've got two of the lamps in. Oh, and that really lights the area up quite nicely. I suppose that I should have tried to put that flag a little bit further across. But it'll be fine. I was limited by it changing to like blue and whatever. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to stop rabbiting on. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to like do a whole load of time lapsing and whatever. I will try to do. I don't now. Actually, I'm going to put up a poll. This is what I wanted to ask you. Do you want to see a time lapse of the terraforming, right? Because now I've kind of figured it out doing this. I'm going to be doing like the bits down here and doing these cliffs and doing the same kinds of things over here. I'm not going to show you like all of it, but would you like a time lapse of me doing it, right? Or would you like me to show you some kind of samples and just give you some examples of like how I blend it in and which tools I use and how I use them to kind of get these kind of effects? So the nice kind of sandy beach effect, the riverbank effect over here, and the kind of rugged cliffs effect over here. So yeah, vote and let me know which you want. Do you want a time lapse or do you want me to show it to you? Oh, actually, I'll put a third option, which is I don't want to bloom and see you messing around with the terrain, Skye, for goodness sake. It'll be shorter than that, but all right, guys, vote, leave me a comment. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I know there was no building, but I did do like a ton of work, and I just didn't have the time after I'd done all of that to then do a whole load of building as well. So I am getting the daily episodes out though, so at least I'm keeping that promise. I will catch you for the next episode, guys. Peace out.